Hey, so I did a poll like 2 days ago, asking, yo, y'all want to see me rank some secret bosses? She got 2 votes and said yes. So for those people that voted, this video is for y'all. So here we go. First boss up in the list, ERAM, the Shadow Mantle. Now we're gonna be ranking all bosses based on 3 things. First, gameplay. Second, soundtrack. And third, probably lore slash like character, just overall like character opinions. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. So here we got Shadow Mantle, the Shadow Mantle ERAM. ERAM is a very interesting case. I personally think they're last place. I think they're the worst secret boss. And it's not because it's just like 2D platforming. They're the worst secret boss just because, like, overall, it's just, like, they're pretty easy to beat. Like, once you die, like, 3 times, the friends here, the cats, start dropping HP candy bars, and it makes it a whole lot more easier to beat ERAM. And overall, it's just not a very challenging fight. This fight just serves as to, like, an introduction to the sword route, and to defeat the knight with the mantle. So, it can't be too hard, obviously, for story reasons. So this is why I put it in last place. I think this is the worst secret boss. And I even didn't consider even putting ERAM in this list because they don't have a shadow crystal. So I don't really see them as a secret boss if they don't have a shadow crystal. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on ERAM. ERAM is alright. They're not terrible. But overall, I just like don't really care about ERAM that much. And they're probably important towards the lore in some sense. Their character, I feel like I'm a supporter of the RAM is ERAM theory, which is like ERAM is just like not its own entity, and it's someone else like playing the board and like sabotaging us or trying to like teach us a lesson or trying to make us have fun. And I think that was RAM. I think, me personally, that's a very valid theory. And anyways, we're going to be moving on from ERAM. And yeah, their soundtrack is also pretty cool. Burning Eyes, love it. Love Burning Eyes. Overall, all the soundtracks in this game are amazing. But this soundtrack is obviously one of the more weaker ones, but that's okay. Overall, yeah, last place. Last place for ERAM. Orange, we just wanted to check on you.
Leave me alone, you big ugly hatless long-eared freak! Or I'm telling my big sis!
Big Sis? What's her name? Marigold the Giant Rat?
Don't make fun of big sis!
Or what?
Spring may change the fall, but my season 2 will never falter! Whoever's making orange blue, the strongest flower will punish you! The prettiest soldier of this for 700 flowers! Pink!
Huh?
Big sis, you made it! Of course, friends never leave friends in corporal danger! Now who's bullying you, Ori? Those guys, they've been bullying me all day! They keep acting like I'm not extra, like I'm small. They even say humans don't have tails.
Huh?
Of course we have tails.
So can you beat them up?
Leave it to me. I'm never even picking on Orange. She's really a sweet girl, just like a real orange. If you just say sorry, then we can be friends.
We were being nice. She started. Rousey. You're right. We're sorry. We just want to be friends too.
There you go, Mew.
Blah.
Orange, you apologize too, Mew.
Huh? Me? Why?
You're always getting into fights, aren't you? You have to control your anger, Mew. Don't let grudges grow. And never make an enemy when you can make a friend.
Hey, wait a sec. Maybe I miscounted, but Ralph said, didn't we meet all 7 flowers already? Come to think of it, Asgore doesn't have a pink flower, does he? Big sis? Pink? How long have you been my big sis? Huh? 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 Well, you see, gee, well, that's...
Oh, you mind your own damn business! So what if I'm not really a flower? Who cares? I like being here. I like this world. I like this body.
Sorry, Mrs. Pink, but this dark world is... it's kind of temporary.
I get it. You kittens are gonna take it away, aren't you? Huh? Don't make me laugh. Pink is gonna punish you first. You'll be wriggling in the soil begging for forgiveness. That's the best way to apologize.
Alright, I know I just put y'all through a lot. Alright? Look, I know I just put y'all through a lot, but there's a good reason. This boss right here, it's very interesting. She reminded me a lot of Spamton, which we'll get to him later. She reminded me a lot of Spamton, and her other form, which is a dead lightner. Spoilers, but I have to say it, whatever. It's like a dead lightner that's possessing her body, and it became a darkner of its own in the dark world. So she has to coexist with this other version of the mannequin that she didn't possess at first in the light world when the lightner passed away. And he's a very interesting secret boss. Like, oh my god, this boss is really difficult actually. She has one of the worst attacks in the entire fucking game, that bomb throw, which it's all luck. It's literally all luck. There's barely any skill involved. My guy, if you say you can do this shit like skillfully, no luck, then you're lying. Motherfuckers who no-hitted this shit actually have no life. I'm sorry. Respectfully, this is insane. This is way too insane. Y'all would never catch my ass no-hitting this shit. This is extreme. This is extreme. It's a really hard boss. So for difficulty-wise, I put her in this spot above ERAM. But overall, this boss's soundtrack is also really good. Like, really, really good. It has, like, lyrics, anime lyrics, that are voiced by, apparently, allegedly, I've heard, voiced by Hasune Miku, which is insane if that's true. The lyrics in Japanese they sound very cool. I enjoyed the soundtrack of this fight. I enjoyed the gameplay. I think the character and lore thing is a little bit more weaker here, so that's why I put her in this spot. And that's pretty much about it. This is a good secret boss. Nothing wrong with this secret boss. I like the lore, though it's not like crazy, I think. I think it will matter in the end. I think it is significant and it is important. It's not something that will, like, is as talked much as, like, Spamton and shit, but it's still very important, I feel like. It's a very important character towards the lore and where the story is heading. I think Pink is also hilarious. I think her introduction was really funny. And overall, I find this boss to be really enjoyable. That's my review of this boss. Alright, y'all are gonna call me lazy, but I'm reusing footage from my Singing Hammer of Justice video. I'm sorry. Look, I'm gonna go through this one really quickly because I don't want this video to be too long. I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long. So, look, basically, Gerson's amazing. In literally everything. He's amazing. Like, Gerson as a boss, amazing. I think it fits really well to put him in this position above Pink. He's an amazing character who really changed Susie a lot and has made her have, like, hope to change the future of the prophecy. And he's just an amazing guy overall. An amazing, like, fucking person. Like, oh my god. I love Gerson so much. Genuinely. But I wanted to make this section shorter. I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is an amazing boss. It deserves this rank here, in my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's okay. Me personally, I just have more favorites, more personal favorites. But he has an amazing fight that is inspired a lot by like Undyne from Undertale, which is really cool. And overall, this is an amazing fight. There is just nothing bad to say here, but the lore is just mostly just like Gerson explaining what's gonna happen to Susie, and Susie like trying to like sort of like counterattack it. I don't know. Really, this is an amazing fight. I wanted to keep this short. I love Gerson. I love the old man, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this fight. Not much insight into this one. I'm trying to get this one, out a little bit more quicker. Gerson is amazing, and I'm sorry I didn't do a voiceover with Gerson, and I did for Pink. My bad, y'all. It is what it is. I just decided not to, because I want to get more into detail with Spamton and the others that are coming up soon. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Gerson. It's a good spot for him, and I like him a lot. So he has great gameplay, great soundtrack, and great lore. I think great lore overall. Though one could argue that the lore isn't as like heavy as some of them, but still, I enjoyed it more than Pink. Audience, would you please stand up and clap for our winners? For outstanding kindness and bravery, the Lightners have won the grand prize! Here you go! She's all yours, folks! How wonderful! The family is all together again! Now you can all finally... This motherfucker right here. The Roaring Knight. I have quite a few things to say. I'm gonna take my time with this one. The Roaring Knight. First of all, fuck the Roaring Knight. Genuinely. I hate them, in a way. I hate every single thing about them. But their fight is amazing. It's 10 out of 10. It's a nearly 10 out of 10. It would be nearly a 10 out of 10 if this was actually the final battle, but this is only the beginning. So we don't really beat the knight in this fight. So this is why I've placed it in 3. A little bit of a controversial opinion here, but yeah, I really enjoyed this fight though. Every single thing about this fight. I spent 3 days, almost 3 straight days, fighting this thing. 3 straight days fighting this thing. 3 days out of my whole life dedicated to fighting this thing. This thing reminded me a lot of Undertale with the Sans battle. Spoilers there. I'm sorry, it's a very spoiler heavy video, but it is what it is. I'm gonna have to put a bunch of warnings in the beginning, but yeah, this is an amazing boss. Like, holy shit, what an amazing boss. This whole experience, and when Susie was trash talking them or fighting them, like, oh my god, I felt like I was like trash talking them. Like, I felt so powerful. I don't know, this whole fight felt so powerful, and I did this without the mantle, so which was way harder. This is an amazing fight. The challenge it provides, the music, the soundtrack is amazing. the lore behind this fight, we don't even know fully yet, so I can't really get much into it. That's another reason why it's number 3. And I feel like most of the lore here, though, in most of these characters, we don't really know fully yet. So, I mean, it's kind of unfair. But for this one, I feel like later on, it will make this fight much more memorable. And I think this is a pretty good spot to place it, to not disrespect the Knight. Because they're not my personal favorite character out of all of these to fight. But this is a great battle that I always revisit. This is a battle that I always replay. It is such an amazing battle overall. And the whole thing here about just like they're just quiet. They don't speak throughout this entire battle. This battle is so try hard. Like you have to lock in for this battle. I still haven't beaten it without getting hit. This is a very challenging battle. Overall, story-wise, the way they came in when they fucking slimed out Tenna, oh my god, fucking amazing. Amazing. An amazing introduction to the Knight, in my opinion. The first impressions they left was amazing. Like nobody in this game can rival the Knight in terms of power so far. Amazing. An amazing fight. Really amazing. There is, yeah. I would put it in number 1 if they were my favorite character. But since they're not, this is a pretty good spot. Again, I'm just trying to justify the spot. But this is an amazing fight. This reminded me so much of Sam's. I lost so many times in this fight. So many times. Like 50, I think 50, maybe like 70 times I died. It's an amazing fight. It's the hardest one by far. And overall, amazing. Like this made me feel much closer to the characters after this fight. It made me feel a lot closer to the characters. And it made me lock the fuck in. Truly an amazing fight. I have nothing else to say. It is peak. It's peak. And the lines, like, oh my god, like, again, I love it. I love this fight. It's one of my personal favorites, but it's not my personal favorite. But it's still amazing, nonetheless. I will not disrespect this fight. This is an amazing fucking fight. It's an amazing secret boss. It's kind of hard to explain why the Knight is a secret boss, even though they have to appear in the main story. But they have a shadow crystal, and overall they have a bunch of like secret boss like things, like them being extremely hard to beat. The soundtrack going crazy. They don't have the freedom motif though, but maybe that will be explained later somehow. Like maybe the Knight isn't free, they're being controlled or some shit, or some other shit that we just don't know yet. And overall, the Knight in this fight made me so mad so many times. I wanted the Knight dead on my knees so many times. I cannot explain to you how much this fight changed me. After fighting the Knight, I felt invincible. No joke. Like, after fighting the Knight, I felt invincible. Like, nothing could stop me. Truly an amazing fight. Reminded me so much of Sam's. In terms of difficulty-wise. Amazing fight. Can't wait for the rematch tonight. Can't wait. Buckle your fucking seatbelts. We're about to talk about Spamton. Spamton G. Spamton. Look, there is a lot we know about Spamton. Yet so little, yet so much we know about this man. Spamton G. Spamton is someone we meet in an alleyway in Cyber's world. And he made a perfect first impression. Alright? Perfect first impression. He is trying so hard to get you to listen to him. He sounds desperate. He is such an interesting character that we still don't know about. Still, we know a lot. We know he used to be a big shot. We know he used to have connections with Tenna, one of the main bosses in the game. We know that he ran out on Tenna because he had to attend to a phone call and he couldn't sign a certain contract that Tenna wanted him to sign. And even though it sounds like a lot that we know of Spamton, it still feels like we don't know who he is. Spamton is a character to me, personally, a person who's lost all sense of identity, towards trying so desperately to get towards his path towards being a big shot, which is freedom to him, in a way. The themes of freedom throughout this entire game have been explored through these characters that are locked in dark worlds that you can't escape from, that you're just an object, that you can't reach the light world, which in my personal interpretation, I think the light world is what Spamton references it as heaven. I think maybe he was trying to get powerful enough to reach the light world. That is my personal interpretation. But he wanted this armor for a reason, this Neo body that he got here. He wanted it for a reason. And we don't know exactly why. There are so many mysteries to this game. And this whole fight perfectly encapsulates, I don't know if I'm using that word right, perfectly describes every mystery. Like, it feels, okay, it represents what, like, this game is, like, hiding. It's hiding something really big. And Spamton feels very important. Like, really important. Spamton literally is the key to unlocking you a whole ass new route that is called Forbidden. A forbidden path. Only Spamton can get you towards this forbidden path. In the weird route, there is so much foreshadowing coming out of Spamton's fucking mouth. So many things that he says that he shouldn't be saying. So many things that if I could make a whole ass lore video, if I really wanted to, about Spamton and what I really think of him. He, in my opinion, he's a horrible person. He is not a good person. He's very selfish, manipulates others, and even though he seems like he isn't fully in control, he is still doing really terrible things. And after we helped him in the main route, in neutral route, he betrays us because he sees that this Neo body isn't enough power to get what he really wants, which is reaching heaven, being a big shot and reaching heaven. Which again is my personal interpretation is that it's the light world in some way. If that's what the knight is trying to do, maybe. I don't know. Either way, this fight is the soundtrack amazing. The only thing that isn't like good about this fight, and the reason it's not number one, is because this is a really easy fight, all things considered. Spamton has so much hype, and he's one of the only characters that can break you out of the main route. So he really is, there's a big emphasis. There's a big emphasis on freedom throughout this entire fucking battle. Throughout this entire battle, it feels so desperate. The entire battle, the soundtrack, it sounds like it's screaming for help. That's how desperate, that's how amazing this fight is. It feels so mysterious. It feels so like something is there. Something disturbing that we're not supposed to know. Like, there's something that is, this whole game is hiding something really huge, and we don't know what it is. And Spamton is apparently a key to unlocking a forbidden path that will get you out of the main, like, plot point of the game. Main prophecy. Like, there's so much involved in Spamton. I could be here all day. And to me, just because of how adored he is by the fan base and how important he is to the game, to the story, I feel like I have to put him here. I have to put him into it. I'm sorry to tell you, it fits perfectly. I think, me personally, I love him a lot, but I have someone who's better. And already, you already know who it is. Just, if you reach this point in the video, you know who the hell I'm talking about. So, let's say our goodbyes to Spamton. To Spamton G. Spamton. The number one rated salesman, 1997. Spamton G. Spamton. An amazing fight, but it's not hard. It's not a hard fight. Which is, yeah, it's my only critique of it. But the soundtrack is beautiful. Almost perfect. So that's why it's number 2. The soundtrack is fucking beautiful throughout this entire battle. I only muted it here because I'm using old footage again. I'm trying to get this video out for you guys. I'm sorry if it doesn't have like the music in the battles in all the points in the video, but I wanted to get my point across with all these characters, and yeah, wow, yeah, I love Spamton. I do. He is something else entirely. I don't know how to describe him in a way. He's so much at once. It's like, man, it's just, I don't even think I'm in the right headspace to really describe this boss. Really, like, maybe I'm glazing, but this dude is, at one point he was just the face of Deltarune at one point in chapter 2, so, come on, this guy deserves to be at number 2. Come on. My goat. Alright, let's get this over with. Alright, why is Jebel my favorite? My favorite secret boss. Very interesting indeed. This dude is, I think in my opinion, has the most fun fight out of all of them. Genuinely, I always replay his fight. Always, I replayed this whole fight just for this video, actually, and this fight is just amazing. First of all, the soundtrack, the world revolving, fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful soundtrack to this day, and this was released in 2018, Chapter 1. Amazing, still to this day. There is only a few songs that rival this, like Big Shot and probably like some others that just unnamed, but still, this is still an amazing fight that holds up. And to me, he's my favorite secret boss. Because, first of all, his whole ideology is very interesting. He's locked in a cell, which he was locked in because apparently he was talking too much about, like, saying everything is a game, and, like, he was talking crazy to the king, and the king just was not putting up with him. So, locked him away. And it seems like Jebel was really strong, like, nearly stronger than the king, since apparently he put up quite a fight before he went back into the cell, and Sham had to lock him away. And me personally, I find his lore to be very interesting. I find his character to be really interesting too. He's having lots of fun with this fight, and so did I. I lost so many times to this dude, but I found it so much fun. Like, this is, to me, my favorite, like, secret boss, personally. His personality is chaotic as fuck. Obviously, he says chaos, chaos. I also love the thing he says. The thing he says are so cool in the voice clips. Like, he actually, like, says, I can do anything. Chaos, chaos. And, like, metamorphosis. All these things are so cool to me. So that's why he's my favorite. He has a great soundtrack, amazing gameplay, really hard gameplay, and interesting lore that I really like. I like that he's locked away, and he sees it as the others being locked from like the actual world, because at the end of the day, I think it's just, he thinks he's just the only free one, which is really cool. It's badass just thinking about it. Like, he's the only free one, and in a way, throughout the fight, when he says, I can do anything, I believe him. Like, even though it's not true, and even though he's locked in a cell, even though he isn't right, I believe he's right because I think he believes it in a way. Like, I know he's trying to trick us, it's his whole thing, he's a jester. He even, like, says that, oh, I'm getting tired, oh, you guys tired me up, and, like, then he's like, no, just kidding, here's my final chaos. Like, he's cool as fuck, because, like, he's the first challenge the player, like, actually, like, struggles at. I feel like he's the first boss that you're like, okay, bro, lock the fuck in, this guy's a menace. This guy is a real menace. He has an amazing design too. He's my favorite, like, design. He's my favorite character. Like, his design is amazing. Okay, I'm stuttering. His design is really cool, and his battle is really fun to replay. And everything about it, to me, it's just, it feels so personal to me. I really like it. I like his fight a lot. The rewards he gives like are not that great towards endgame. I think Devil's Knife lasts a little longer than Devil's Tail, but he's still an amazing boss. And I think the sense of the don't forget motif playing in here, I feel like it's a way of just like us not forgetting about Jevil. I think Jevil will be important. I think he already is important due to the fact that I think all secret bosses are important in a way, because the shadow crystals will unlock you something that is exclusive only to secret bosses. So I think he knows he's special, and he's just taking advantage of it and just having fun. Like, he's just having fun. Like, he's just cool as fuck. This whole concept is cool as fuck. And it's the first time I really locked in the game and got to connect with these characters. And I was like, Rouse, Susie, we gotta lock the fuck in. Like, bro, like, we're gonna be brothers after this. Like, this fight was amazing. It really made me lock into Deltarune. And I remember struggling so much with it. But it's really fun. Once you get the jig of it, once you like you like either like get into the chaos or like just like have like you know what I'm saying, like you have the patience towards like all his chaotic attacks, or you like just like descend into the chaos and just dodge randomly and just, oh my god, it's fun. Even if you're losing and it can become annoying sometimes, it's a fun fight. It's a fun fight. It really is. And I love his character. I love how he's so like, he's delusional. He's clearly delusional. He's clearly a terrible fucking person. He's a terrible person. But at the same time, I respect him more than Spamton for admitting that, for just like showing it off and not like trying to trick you or anything. In terms of just being a terrible person. Like, you know this guy's a menace. Even when he's trying to trick you on literally everything else, you know this guy's lying. You know he's tricking you. In a way, it's entertaining. And he is a jester, and his whole point is to like entertain you and like just like make you laugh, or you know, just make you like smile in a way. Like, that's his whole purpose. And this whole fight, to me, even though it was painful and it was really hard, it made me smile once I beat him. And it really, sometimes he even makes some jokes when he throws like club attacks saying, "Having fun, join the club!" Like, shit like that is like kind of corny, but it's funny in a way. And yeah, that's what I think about the secret boss. I love Jevil. He's my favorite. It's my favorite overall. And yeah, that's what I think about all the secret bosses. This video took me a long time to make, alright? Some of it's a little messy here and there, but I tried my best. I hope some of you liked it. I hope the people that voted for this video to be created, I hope that they see it and they know exactly why I like these characters. At least a little bit more, and a little bit more insight as to why I love this game. Because secret bosses are amazing. Anyway, bye.